On to week 13, 5 wins in a row for the USC men's volleyball team, and a huge week, really a huge few weeks coming up. You get back into conference play, yes. I should say. You have UCLA on Wednesday, UCSB on Friday. So we've been building up to this for a while now. Do you feel like the guys are ready?
I feel that we've put in the right type of preparation for us to get better at volleyball. I just was recently asked, so what are their weaknesses? What are you hoping to exploit? And I don't think that's how we need to look at it. It's more of what are we doing on our side of the net? And I feel that through the course of the past 5 matches that we've improved at every facet of the game. I'd like to think that we're starting to play some really good, cohesive, gelled, competitive volleyball, and we're getting some healthy pieces. Guys are fighting through, but they're getting to that point where they're attaching a higher significance to what we're doing and why we're doing it, so that they're fighting through some things, but at the same time, it's that much more poignant, that much more exciting, that much more fun. So I think we're getting to a point where volleyball is becoming far more interesting, far more fun, far more worthwhile, much more invested, much more focused.
Well, especially we have so many young players, too. I feel like just getting that confidence, having this winning streak, and you've beaten some good teams during that streak. It's not all just teams. Bad opponents you're playing. Well, I feel like that confidence is so important.
The thing that I like is, yes, we've beaten some top-level teams. We beat, was it number 5?
Lewis.
Now, at the beginning of the year, we were competing with some top-level teams and beating some top-level teams, and then we'd go out against unranked teams or teams that would be, quote-unquote, lower ranked than us. And we had that going through this entire thing, the past 5 matches. But what I like is that we beat a top-tier team and we beat a team that's ranked beneath us. So we're starting to normalize our performance. We're starting to be much more consistent, which is a better volleyball game.
And that goes back to establishing a culture. I know we've talked about that before because it's such an ambiguous, kind of difficult thing to define, but I feel like you can look and see actual progress now, like real progress in that department.
It's hard when you have a strobe light to sit there and say, well, this one snapshot, this one snapshot, this one snapshot. But through the course of the year, I'm looking at signposts along the way to see, okay, where are we with this? And right now, I can honestly say that we've grown the depth of the team to where I feel comfortable putting, if we need a bump, we'll put somebody else at that position. If we need this, we have someone else ready to go. So I think that we've developed a ton of our players to a level that helps our team whenever we need them. When they're called on, they're ready to go, which if you're looking at a sign of how the culture is going, I see that as nothing but positive.
And now you guys are right on the cusp of being in the conference tournament. So what's it going to take over these last 4 matches to get there?
Well, the easy answer is if we win out, we should be in.
Yeah.
Looking at the numbers, and who knows how it's going to totally play out, but the best case scenario for us would be to come away with 4 more victories, and then we'd be 9-9, 500, which looking at the numbers, 500 falls currently around 5 or 6 in conference. If we win 3-1, that puts us in a different situation where it might end up going head-to-head versus a couple different schools, which I haven't really gone through all that, to be honest with you. I'd rather just focus on playing good volleyball, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Well, it's definitely a big week for you guys. You have UCLA 7 p.m. at Galen Center on Wednesday, and then Friday, UCSB 7 p.m. So those are 2 big-time opponents. Should be some good volleyball.
2 big ones, and let's also fight on.
Yeah, absolutely. Fight on, everybody.